Hello, my name is Ilona, and in this video I want to take a look at Serbia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Croatia. I've never really looked at those countries before, mainly because, well, there's so much has happened there. They were part of Yugoslavia together with Montenegro, Macedonia, and Slovenia that fell apart in 1992. Especially their last ruler was Milosevic, who really ruled with a tight fist. So a lot has happened there. Then there were the independence war, the civil wars. I believe Serbia was still connected with Montenegro till 2006. Bosnia-Herzegovina got their independence in 1995 with the Dayton Agreement. And Croatia, I believe, got their independence, I think, in a similar time as Bosnia-Herzegovina. There was a lot of bloodshed in that area. I'm aware of what happened in Bosnia, of the fall of Srebrenica, because there was a lot of Dutch attention for that. That was on July 11th, 1995. Srebrenica was supposed to be protected by peacekeepers from the UN, Dutch bet. So that was a Dutch delegation there, tried to protect, I think, 400 soldiers, peacekeepers. And the Bosnian Serbian troops under command of General Ratko Mladic, if I'm not mistaken, I hope I pronounced that correctly, came in, took away at least 7,000 men and boys, Muslim men and boys, and took them away and took them off the earth plane. So horrible things have happened there. And I just want to take a look at the energy of Serbia right now. What is going on in Serbia? Let's see. We have the Hermits. That's the card above. The central card is the Emperor. So that's interesting. We have the Four of Pentacles in the past. We have the King of Cups underneath the Emperor, and we have the Wheel of Fortune for the future. I'm just going to get another card, and the Fool. So things are going to change for the better. This usually means the military, but I believe that the people there are very used to, it's a bit strange, but they've been occupied, so to speak, especially also with this communist regime that they've been under. So I do believe that a lot of people there are used to this military aspect. So they're probably used to complying with things. That's the feeling I'm getting. And they're in a way isolated. It's almost like they just do things on their own. So people just take care of their own and they don't mingle a lot with other people. It's almost like they're very isolated in a way. But there's a lot of military influence there. It's very comparable to Germany in a way. So I do believe people comply easily there because that's what they're used to. They have fought, of course, for their, well, not really for their independence. I believe Serbia was kind of the center also in Yugoslavia. Not really the center, but they had a lot of influence. And that's the feeling I'm getting. So there's still this very military attitude, or really that attitude in the energy of the people to follow orders, to comply, to being either taken over, someone else making decisions for them. So I have this feeling, I'm not sure if that's correct or not, but that's the feeling I'm getting. Times are changing. There is another influence coming in, more of connection, more from the heart. Because this is a very cold card if you look at it, especially wearing his armor. So I do believe people were really not connected in a way. They're really just doing their own thing, used to taking care of themselves and of course complying if the regime at that moment in time needed something. That's changing now. There's going to be more and more connection, more from the heart. The King of Cups is of course the element of water, and of course the feelings, emotions, connections, and that is very important that they start connecting again with their heart, because I do believe they've been kind of pushed away. It's almost like they've really been on themselves or on their own, especially with the Hermit card. It's changing. The future is changing. The Wheel of Fortune is changing, and it's almost like a start of a new journey. So I do believe that it will be very strange for the people. They are starting to change. The energy is changing, but more and more will need to happen. But it's changing. The Wheel of Fortune is turning, and for the good, because the Fool is like this new energy. Everything is open, everything is possible. And I do believe that, especially in that area, people need to understand that life is to live life, not to survive. I have this feeling of survival in that area very much. So that's Serbia. Now I'd like to take a look at Bosnia and Herzegovina. Let's see what the energy is there. Bosnia-Herzegovina. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Wands, the central card. We have the High Priestess in the past. We have the Ten of Pentacles underneath the central card. And we have the Five of Swords in the future. And the Devil. So if I have to say, there are a lot of dark influences still in Bosnia-Herzegovina, more than in Serbia. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but they really have the cards of the Devil and this dark, grim energy. So I do believe that in the near future, more and more things need to be cleared there. I do believe that that entire area, there was a lot of interest from the European Union and from the United Nations. They really been there for a while, as soon as they managed to get in there. And though, of course, the regime of the communist regime, I'm sure there were already a lot of dark influences, but here a lot needs to be cleaned up. I do believe that there is a better position also for the people and the energy. So I do believe that the Whiteheads are taking over more and more, but there's still something going on there. Still things need to be cleaned up. Still things need to be done. So a lot of work needs to be done there. So I have a feeling maybe earthquakes in that area can happen. I'm sure they've been happening for a while, but a lot of things need to be cleaned up. There is a lot of dark energy there, especially there. I'm not sure why, but that's what the cards are telling me, that needs to be cleaned up. It's very likely entire area of former Yugoslavia, there are dark energies. But this needs to be cleaned up. This is about getting rid of the old status quo and bringing in new stability and a new balance. So I have this feeling that a lot of things still need to be done in that area. Still things need to be cleaned up. There's still a lot of dark energy. So that's interesting that there's such a difference between Serbia. Although in Serbia I feel it's more the people's energy. And here it is the people's energy, but of course the dark influences are still very prominent there and need to be taken care of. That's interesting, the different energy than Serbia. And I'd like to take a look at Croatia as well. So let's see, Croatia. Let's see what the energy is of Croatia. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Knight of Pentacles as the central card. We have the Justice in the past. We have the King of Wands underneath the central card. And we have the Seven of Pentacles. I'm just going to get an extra card. And another 7. So that's interesting. 2 sevens for the near future. A plan is being rolled out there. So in Croatia, there's really a plan going, and I believe that it's connected to the Whiteheads. This is to me always a Whitehead card or a Whitehead influence. So they are rolling out this plan there. And it's especially for the people in Croatia, they need to discern what is right and what isn't. So this is really about well, the Queen of Swords is really about what is true, what isn't true. So I do believe a lot of things are coming out there as well in Croatia. A lot of information, and people need to see what is right, what isn't right. I think there's already a lot of justice being served there, probably on the background. People are most likely not even aware of it. A lot of things have already happened. This plan is being rolled out. So I do believe that from, if I have to compare the energies to Serbia and Bosnia-Herzegovina, I believe in Croatia, Whiteheads are more and more in control. I do believe they're probably in control everywhere, but in the background, and things need to, sometimes it takes a longer time for certain people, certain energies to open up, to wake up. So, but in this feeling, I feel like they are really in control. In Bosnia-Herzegovina, I had a feeling there's still some dark influences that need to be taken care of. In this case, I believe most of it has already been taken care of, especially with the justice in the past. And it's now really a wait and see period and a period of confusion for the near future. So I do believe people are going to start waking up more and more. I think they are rolling out this plan to wake up more and more people in Croatia. But it takes time for people to understand. 7 is also a very spiritual number. So it's about connecting again with their own spirituality. It's about connecting with their own truths. So it can be very confusing in the near future. That's the feeling I'm getting for Croatia. That's interesting. They have very different energies in those countries, actually. I'd like to take a look at Hungary. I think I can, yes, still do that. I don't want to make this video too long, but I'm taking the energy of Hungary with me as well. See what's going on there. Let's see. We have oh, that's interesting. We also have the Queen of Swords as the card above. Now that's, wow, the Knight of Pentacles, the central card, same card. We have again the 8 of Pentacles, but this time in the past. That's interesting. 7 of Swords. And we have the Ace of Pentacles in the future, near future, and the Chariot. So this is interesting. They have a similar energy to Croatia. So people are waking up there as well. It's about discernment. It's about understanding. So that's probably the reason I want to take along this country as well. It's probably felt there was a similar energy here, but it's very strange to see like similar cards, especially like 3 similar cards. But it's about discernment. It's about understanding what is right and what is wrong, what is right information, what is really going on. The plan is being rolled out here as well in Hungary. It's like that, this white hat plan. It's really taking over more and more. I understand people's frustration with how long is this going to take. It takes as long as it needs to take. We just don't know. There's only a handful of people. This has to do with spirituality, spiritual powers. It's really about events. That's the feeling I'm getting, and not necessarily with dates. It's, time is man-made. So in the spiritual, there's not necessarily time. It's more that they look at the energy and the frequencies and if people are ready for this or not. I think it will depend on that. But people are waking up. Also in Hungary, there's still some influences, but not as much as Bosnia-Herzegovina. That's my feeling, at least. There's still some dark energy, but they're trying to get away with certain things, maybe even under the ground, but they're being taken care of. Especially with this beautiful cards in the near future. This is like a new chance, concrete new beginning, leaving things behind, taking control back into their own hands. So I do believe the Hungarian people are going to get control back of their own country, of their own energy, of their own area. This is very beautiful. It's like a completely new beginning, but a very tangible new beginning. So you can really see new energies are starting, and they've worked really hard. This is the card from the past. A lot of work has been done in Hungary, and I truly feel that way. So I'd like to leave it at this, and I hope to see you in another video. Bye.